Hello there. This episode of the podcast, we sit with our friend Jim Papineau. He's a crazy, avid, any other adjective that you can think of sports fan, but knows what he's talking about, does his research, has good common sense, not just fanboy dick riding. Make sure you find us on Twitter, follow OC Discussions for your chance to win a $25 Visa gift card. Check us out on Facebook, iTunes, check out the website, offcolordiscussions.blueberry.net. Subscribe to the podcast, leave a review, a comment, interact with us. We'd like to interact with you. Thanks everybody for their support so far. After this episode, you're going to hear the monologue from my boy Call Me College. You can check him out on Facebook, Spotify, Instagram, Twitter, at Call Me College. It's good stuff, man. I love underground hip-hop. I think I'm going to start doing more to support those underground artists, man. That's where it's at. Mainstream music is just kind of meh. So, with that, let's get on with it.
Can I take one thing off my chest right now? We are now 5 days removed from this fucking Mayweather-McGregor fight. Why can't this be over with? Like, I keep seeing these stories about how Mayweather let McGregor get into the 10th round. How McGregor threw the fight to make the money. Like, can we just let this go? Why couldn't it just be a fair fight?
Because it's a story.
Because it's still the biggest thing right now. And still, he didn't win, so now you got all the boxing purists coming out and saying, see, told you. When, no, actually, he said that he wasn't going to land a punch. He landed 111. Well, that's because he let him. Nobody's going to let you punch me. I don't want to get punched. If we're in a fight, I'm going to do my best to not get punched.
Well, especially with Mayweather being a defensive specialist, if he didn't want McGregor to punch him, he wouldn't have let him punch him.
Right.
You know, I think personally, McGregor came out and gave him a whole bunch of energy that Mayweather really didn't know how to handle at first. Figured it out and said, listen, this guy's not going to last 7 rounds. He plays in his sport is 3 rounds of like 5 minutes or something?
5 rounds.
And then it's
5
over.
rounds.
5 of 5. He's champion, so
yeah.
So and then he's done. After 5 rounds, he's done.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have that 12-round stamina, to stop and go and stop and go. Yeah, the rounds might be longer, so the time might be different, but the stop and go is huge.
I just want it to end, though, because, it was a good fight.
It will the next fight that gets announced.
Yeah,
once there's a new fight.
You got Canelo and Triple G.
Do you think Mayweather
that's
fights
a big
again?
fight. No, he's done.
No, he's done.
He's done? Well,
He's
his
done.
last 2 fights were controversial anyways.
I mean, the Pacquiao one was a joke.
Wasn't that they accused them of throwing the fight as well?
Well, Pacquiao basically did.
Gave
if he
up.
had not even that. He just
dislocated shoulder or something?
Your
I knew he
shoulder
had the
needed
shoulder.
surgery, and you're like, I'm going to fight anyways. I need this money.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
It was a money grab for both, and
this one was too, but it was still a fight. You can't say he let him do it.
I don't know. I just had to get that off my chest because I read a couple stories earlier today that just.
But now it's not even that. Now it's like Michael Phelps called up Conor McGregor and was like, "Let's do a swim race." Like, get the fuck out of here! Everybody's just looking for that money.
It was that show 7-8 years ago about Shaq versus the pros.
Yeah.
Where Shaq took on just random professional athletes and said, "Oh, I'm going to beat you at this sport." It's the same kind of thing. It's the next big craze, and it'll be over. It'll get its 15 minutes, and then it'll be done.
Yeah.
He sells though.
I love listening to him. I love listening
right?
to him. He is awesome.
He is definitely a king at selling himself.
Yeah, and it will get there.
I don't know about king. Mayweather's the king.
Well, yeah. Financially, I was talking more self-confidence wise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but Mayweather was there. He's the money team. He's the one that his social media skills were. Let me show pictures of my $100 million right here, checks of $100 million that he's paying himself because he's got it in the bank. He's the only fighter ever reached that billion mark.
Oh, when you hear stats like that this player is the first billionaire and so forth, it's like Muhammad Ali would have made $1 billion just like Mayweather did because he was so big. It's just he happened to be living in a time where $1 billion was completely unheard of.
Oh yeah, let's look at the baseball players when they play it. Here's a fucking nickel and a pack of gum. You're good for a game,
right?
And now
gets sold for $2,000. It's like freaking Alex Rodriguez signing for $25 million.
Jeez,
they need to stop paying these players so much. It's ridiculous.
Well, that brings me back into my segue back into the NFL, the Matt Stafford deal.
Yeah, what do you get? Oh, the new one?
Yeah. What do you get? $92 million guaranteed?
Yeah, it's like $25 million a year for 5 years or something like that.
I think the whole total contract was like $135 million.
It all started with baseball.
Yeah.
It all started with baseball. And the problem with baseball is all that money is guaranteed.
Yeah.
You're getting paid that.
I don't think all of it's guaranteed.
Yeah. Baseball,
you straight up guaranteed.
Everything.
Whether or not
I knew
each team, because, if I trade you Alex Rodriguez, I might have paid him a 10-year, $25 million a year contract. But at year 8, I might go, well, I'll give you $40 million of his remaining $70. So you only pay him $30, but I'm paying him $40, but he's still getting that $70.
Right. It's not guaranteed by the same team. So.
Right, but that money is guaranteed to come to that player.
That sucks. That is
football
ridiculous.
You see the contrast.
Fucking unions.
It's baseball who's completely guaranteed, and then you got football who really the only money that player is going to get paid is the guarantee money. Once that guarantee comes out, a player's getting cut, contract re-signed, whatever. But he's never going to see the remaining of that balance unless he is all-star, all-pro player. Right. That's the only time he ever sees it.
I'm a big fan of the incentive-driven money.
Oh, I love it.
I love incentive-driven money. You want your big money? You want to make that extra $10 million?
Absolutely.
Catch 150 passes.
Play 16 games.
Right.
I don't care if you can catch 1,000 passes. Play 16 games.
Right.
Play 14 games. Play 12 games. Have them incentive based by actually performing, being on the field and being there. Because especially with Gronk, who he is when he's on the field. It's how long is he going to be there?
Right.
That's the question with him.
Don't get me wrong. I don't want it completely incentive driven. I mean, because there are going to be players that are underrated that, because they may not have the stats coming in, or because they're an undrafted free agent or whatever,
Ninkovich,
they're not going to get paid. Yeah, Ninkovich, he could have paid. He
could have made big money. But if they show that they're doing enough, that's why it's incentive driven.
Right. But what I'm saying is they could really gouge younger players that way. You should have a base per year.
Oh yeah.
At the position, depending on what the average is. It's kind of like how they franchise
not 20
players.
Fucking million.
Right. So you get that base for whatever year you've been playing. You're a first year player. You get a base of 2.1 million.
$1 million every year.
Or 2.
That's the minimum.
Through incentives. Catches, touchdowns, yardage. Make them work for that money. Because if they're just going to get that $65 million for 4 years, and not every year, but I mean total, and they don't have to produce, which is what we're seeing a lot of nowadays, it sucks.
Unless it's their contract year.
So to address the elephant in the room about do they or do they not go undefeated? Are you in the camp of...
You really call that an elephant?
Yeah, because I hear about it all the time, but nobody wants to speak
loudly. I haven't heard
loudly
anything about it since Edelman went down.
When your fucking main guy goes down, you're like, fuck.
That right there, I think, is going to be their 18-1 blemish. I think they had a legit shot of going 19-0.
Really?
This team was loaded. How do you stop them?
Injuries happen, man. I don't know. You got a tight end that hasn't made it a full season. You got a number one running back also hasn't made it a full season.
Burkhead is going to be just as good as Dion Lewis.
You think he's a big sleeper?
I do. But it's tough in like a fantasy league because who's going to be that catching back this game? Is it going to be Dion? Is it going to be Rex? Is it going to be James White? Is it going to be Brandon Bolden because he wants to play Brandon Bolden?
White's got pretty good hands, and he's kind of around the same size. I mean, you think you can see White in 10 or 15% more plays? I can
see it
at that slot.
Absolutely. I can see more running backs lining up as a receiver. Absolutely. Yeah. You put White as a wide receiver, Burkhead in the backfield, or Lewis in the backfield, or White as a receiver and Lewis and Burkhead in the backfield with Gronk and Cooks.
Right.
Who are you matching up against?
Yeah.
Who is your main target to stop as the defense? You have 5 players that you have to worry about that legit can take this to the distance. That offense is scary.
Yeah.
And that defense is just good enough to do what they need to do to win. And that secondary is going to be real tough to throw against.
Problem is depth. What happens if they have one injury on the offensive line and you have to have somebody like a Cam Fleming come in to fill in,
I think that's when you'll see Belichick hit that waiver wire and go, who's out there? Because he sees Cameron Fleming and he's a joke.
Yeah.
He's a joke. And he knows that he doesn't have much depth, but there's a plethora of guys. He's done it before. He picks up somebody at the grocery store, makes him a left guard for 7 years.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? He can find these guys anywhere. With Dante Scarnecchia, I'm not worried about the offensive line. I'm not. Anytime that man is there, offensive line is golden.
What a difference, like pulling from the year before and then to pulling him back. You can't leave yet.
What was it?
You want to retire? You're gonna die? No, you need to come back. And
Marcus Cannon. Shit. He was a joke 2 years ago.
He was
now he's a starting right tackle.
Yeah.
And he was a legit starting right tackle last year.
No, he was consistent.
The only difference, Scarnecchia.
Oh yeah, no,
that's
it's huge.
That's
difference.
Legit difference.
Who was their coach that they had before they got Scarnecchia back?
It was that dude out of like
Debo or something like that.
I think it was Dayball.
Yeah.
Was it Dayball?
Something like that.
He's the dude who is out of like a mining college out of Montana.
Yeah. Like, he, literally, Belichick just scans his... You know he has a Rolodex that's like gotta be 20 pages long.
Yeah.
And he just flips through and it's got 20 roles here and he's like, all right, I'm going to Alaska for this coach. I'm going to Utah for this punter. He doesn't care at this point. I sometimes I look at Belichick and I'm like, that guy. Like when Felger and Maz
I fucking can't stand listening to
throw
clowns.
the markers and they can nail the draft picks as well as they do. That just shows you that Belichick just... I'm gonna take him.
Closes his eyes, runs his finger down, and stops. Yeah,
like,
that's
there's
pretty impressive.
nobody that can predict what that man is thinking. No. Nobody. And just when you think you do, he's going to do the complete opposite. Yeah. Just to prove you wrong.
I think it helps him a lot that the rest of the league is just
so
garbage.
So dumb.
They're trying.
They're not trying. I think that's the problem. I think that
some of them. Well,
there's like 7-8 teams that are trying.
Yeah.
The rest of them are like, I don't really care. I'm just going to collect my paycheck. That's all.
There are teams out there who are. I hate to use Cleveland, but every year.
Come on, man. That's not fair.
Cleveland,
up on them.
Cleveland and Kansas City are both underdogs going into the season, right? They'll run the tables the first 6 games of the season, then all of a sudden the wheels just fall off.
All right, so Kansas City's problem is Andy Reid. They'll figure that out eventually.
The man who doesn't know the game clock.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them out there. Apparently, it's contagious.
Yeah. And Cleveland, man, I don't know, man. They fucked up somewhere. They shit on somebody that they shouldn't have shit on because they can't. Their quarterbacks blow and their draft picks blow.
Oh, they're
every you get the number 1 pick. Yeah, I'm gonna get Brady Quinn. Everybody.
Yeah,
everybody.
Johnny Manziel.
Oh, crash and burn. Well, he's got problems. I'm gonna take him. He'll be all right. I got first pick. Dude, man, fucking hire somebody. Well, now they get the Moneyball guy
from baseball around.
They got the Moneyball guy.
I'm not gonna lie. This guy is so famous for Moneyball. Did he ever win a championship?
Nope.
Did it ever result in any sort of winning besides just making the playoffs?
Nope.
Well, I mean that's more than Cleveland's done in
yes.
how long? So
yes, but I mean, when you start at the bottom of the barrel, you know, yes, anything's good.
Do you think the analytics help? I mean, it's obviously what Belichick does is analytics on people. He's not taking you by name or talent. He's looking at the small stuff like, all right, he moves this way. He likes to move this way.
Oh yeah, I mean it helps. But when people rely too much on it, that's the issue. You know,
they just got rid of Hayden, right?
What's that?
Yeah.
And Cleveland just got rid of Hayden.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh picked him up.
That sucks.
Did they really?
That sucks.
Well, that sucks.
So what? They have one corner.
Well, I know.
Their defense is still the same defense that it's been for the last 40 years, and it's a joke. Tom Brady walks in there and can walk in there half asleep and throw 400 yards in that defense. They have the same defense from start to finish.
Right.
The Iron Curtain.
Not anymore. No, their defense was horrid last year. Horrid. It was just a sponge, just holes everywhere. Just absorbing yardage.
Because they're the Denver Broncos. They're the Indianapolis Colts of 10 years ago. I'm offense, not defense.
Yeah.
I'm going to outscore you 45-44.
I want to see a shift back in the NFL where running backs are important because right now they're just pretty much a throwaway when you're throwing 400 yards a game. Yeah, I mean let's get back to some hard-nosed football.
You're going to see that.
You will see
a big thing. No, they're making everybody softer. Everybody's going to be shorter, faster, smaller, and speed. So that way you can throw 700 yards between receivers and your running backs. And they don't want them getting hurt going through a line, man. That's why your defense is soft now. Your quarterback's protected more than any player ever.
In any sport, pretty much.
In any sport. Fucking Christ.
A goalie actually is probably the only thing that's more protected.
I've seen goalies go out and throw down. Right,
but you're not allowed to intentionally get in.
Love them. I love watching goalie fights. So awesome.
I love the minor league goalie fights. Those
guys are legit fighting for their careers.
Oh, for sure. Those are the good ones.
It's great.
Watch a nice highlight reel of a bunch of not college, but minor league goalie fights.
That's why I like listening to hockey games because when you hear a fight going, it goes from hockey to a boxing match, and he throws with overhand right into the jab. Oh, he's got the hook and the cross. Oh, he's down. It's like, what the fuck fuck just happened?
Best thing to listen to on radio, in my opinion, sports-wise.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys are just gymnasts with words.
Well, it also helps that the sport flows.
I used to love going to the Monarchs games. They usually had a good fight. There was a guy, Flynn, there. Every game that I went to, always in a fight. It was fucking awesome.
Nice.
He was a goon.
Yeah, man, fucking
Hey,
bang him up,
they're a
man.
dying breed.
They are, and it's so
Goddamn
sad.
concussions.
You know, they don't
They're
talk about
ruining sports.
concussions as much in hockey. I mean, they have their concussion protocol, but you have to be visibly woozy on the ice for them to... And you don't have to just, like, trip a little getting up.
It's like the Pacioretty hit or Savard hit where it's like a legit, okay, we know you have a concussion.
Right.
You're coming out. You know, other than that, it's like, all right, do you know 2 + 2? Okay, good. Come on.
You can go back out in 2 minutes.
Yep. I mean, Stamkos got a puck to the face, 10 years ago in the playoffs?
Not even.
It broke his teeth and shattered. Everything came out the next period.
That changed the whole rules with visors. Mm-hmm. Now every player has to wear visors. I mean, there's the few older guys.
Which I think there should be. It's
right. Oh, for sure.
You know, the puck goes anywhere. You know, especially with the people who shoot 108 miles an hour now. It hits a stick. You have no idea where it's going to go.
You ever think we get to a basketball?
I wish.
Not in maybe that
it's a
actual
great game
format,
to play.
but yeah,
That's a
but
great
you know what I
game to
mean.
play.
Like,
I have to admit,
do you think it ever gets like to be that soft enough when we're done paying with players and trading teams to this team where they're like, you know,
I don't think it's going to take.
Game. Let's.
I don't think it's going to take other sports to fail for that to work. I think it's just going to be us
bunch of
wanting the next thing.
Yeah.
You know, oh, hey, well, we have the NFL, we have the NBA, we have this, we have that. Well,
let's combine them into one.
MMA was the last reincarnation of that.
You have a city. Yeah. I have a city. He has a city. Let's make a league.
Right.
You know, we all like to drink beer. We all want to play basketball. So, but we don't really want to run. Okay, that's all it's going to take.
Yeah.
You know, just a certain amount of people just to get together and be like, oh yeah, let's do it, and have the money to do it.
Would imagine we couldn't copy the movie.
Probably not. You'd have to change a few things or get their permission.
Maybe they'd support it.
Probably would.
That's why my new guilty pleasure in sports is cornhole tournaments.
That guy, I forget what his name was, but he was just so leisurely throwing it and just nailing it every time. He's just boom, sinking it right in, boom, sinking it right in. I'm like, how is he doing this? I'm sitting here like chucking a freaking coin bag, and I'm like way off.
Yeah.
And he's just, oh yeah, that's it.
It's impressive. I mean, like, I love playing horseshoes too, but I'm not as good at it as other people that I play with. So I'm usually the low man on the totem pole. With cornhole, I mean, it's just so easy. But my favorite part was the team that won. And they asked him what the key to winning was. As serious as he could be, he asked this question. And the guy is cold-faced and steely-eyed, said, "Get the bag in the hole." Yes!
Makes sense.
And then he proceeded to dump beer on himself.
He's got his water. This dude is professional. Can I get some sound on this? I gotta hear what this shit sounds like. Oh shit, you know the rules? Let's have a good clean fight. No grabbing your balls before you grab the bag, so that way they're not smelling your smelly taint.
You cannot have tainted sacks.
You can't taint the sack with a sack.
No, you cannot.
You should be allowed to drink while you play. Look how many, that fucking place is packed. It's like an indoor gymnasium.
Right.
It's like you did it at the Y.
Who doesn't love cornhole? Anybody can play.
I'm surprised that all of them are. Look at this guy mad because he didn't get on.
My mom would sign my permission slip.
You know it was his partner's fault that they didn't qualify.
So is it single or a team?
They do both. I only caught the ass end of the solo. Yeah, but
because it was
him. One was good.
He was one of the guys there.
Yeah. The solo ones, right?
Yeah. He's got a motherfucking jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, they're a sponsored team.
The fuck?
They
look
like
Pepsi Cola.
Like Tour de France guys or BMX riders, like the whole thing.
You haven't seen any of this, right?
No, I have no idea what's going on. So they're all right. So he's picking up their bags when I paused it, but I have to ask. So do they play the way I read about it, like online? The official rules is if we were playing, I'd throw. Then he throws.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're like it's
they
like
alternate.
Yeah. Right. You don't get to throw your 4 and then I throw my 4. It's bink bink.
Right.
Right. All right.
When you're playing solo, yeah. I think with teams you play all 4 as shots.
Yeah, but you do the same thing, but your teammates on the other side would chuck it back, but you're still alternating. You're not. I don't think you do all 4 at once. Like you. I think it's 1 and 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that way you can play a little defense if you want. You know, if he doesn't make it in the hole, but he's on the board, you can try to knock him off or whatever.
You have a better chance to if you alternate rather than than him piling up 4 bags right around the hole and then you not being able to do anything but knock them in.
What's the best strategy? Take your time before checking your next bag, or fucking just let them fly?
Honestly, it's whatever works for you.
I'm personally more of a rhythm person. Like, throw it like almost like a batter, not with all the glove pulling and like kicking in the dirt.
But I need that same rotation. I need the same routine.
Right, same rhythm.
Well, it's like bow hunting. Like every time you're drawing back, you're in that same position.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like with I played with some people who just go up and they throw it, and then it's done. Like, I'm just gonna walk away and hopefully I got something.
Holy fuck, man!
It's all about the form.
Hole. Oh, you suck, bitch. I'm just kidding. I like how they get the carpet down too.
Yeah, it's
they got
nice.
like so it doesn't shift and slide. We had talked to Carl, one of the owners of Able. I was telling you. So we were talking about Pro Bowl weekend. We're gonna host a Madden tournament at the brewery.
Nice.
We were talking when he was here about maybe doing like a cornhole one, and he kind of talked us out of it because he's like, people are fucking panicky. You have to, if you have like four different lanes of boards, like you gotta make sure they're all the same, because people be like, well, this one's higher than this one, or this one's made out of this. Like you gotta make sure everything is the same. I'm like,
I only want
I ain't doing that shit. Yeah, so.
And at $200 a whack for a competition board,
it's expensive.
It is expensive.
Yeah, but yeah, so Madden tournament, I think
Nice.
Pro Bowl weekend, cause nobody watches the fucking Pro Bowl. Half
Nobody.
the players don't even want to go.
No, because it's before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Half the fun of watching the Pro Bowl was seeing the Super Bowl winners come back and seeing everybody else in the league and everybody going, oh, congratulations, congratulations. Now people in the Super Bowl don't play in the Pro Bowl. Because why would I?
Yeah, fuck that.
I'm not going to ruin my chance at a championship because I wanted to play in the All-Star game.
Yeah, well, especially since at least 10 of every Pro Bowl team, 10 of those players are in the Super Bowl. Whether they're backups or starters or whatever. Who wants to get fucking injured before?
And now that half the players have the option to go anyways, they don't want to go.
Yeah.
Like it's Brady. Oh, well, I've been there 10 times. Why the hell do I want to go for the 15th?
I could be wrong, but first year players in the Pro Bowl, don't they have to go as part of their NFL contract?
Yeah, I think
it's
the
optional.
first time you have to go.
The first
but
time
after
you're
the
elected.
first time, you can go whatever you want.
Yeah.
Which I understand, because once you experience it, it's the same thing every year.
Well, it's that
Yeah,
whole,
well,
you got to show up to the company party at least once, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, well, it's a little different, I would imagine. I mean, if you have to get voted into the Pro Bowl also, right? So, I mean, not every player is like, oh, shit, I'm going to the Pro Bowl this year. Woo.
you know what the players do? They just vote in the guy, like, who really just has no reason being there because none of them want to go. They're
That's
like,
what they should do. They should take all the scrubs and make them play.
Right? Just you guys need the practice.
I mean, how much worse could the Pro Bowl actually get? At least those guys
much.
would be playing for something.
That make it
New team.
Should do flag or something,
Right?
like 2-hand touch. Nobody gives a shit.
Well, like
Nobody
bring
wants to
back
get hurt.
what was it, the punt, pass, and kick challenge or whatever
Yeah.
it was.
Oh, skills
Bring
games.
that back.
Yeah, the skills
That
games
was
are
awesome. I love it in hockey. I love the basketball one.
skills competitions,
They're
fucking-
awesome.
Oh, the ones in hockey are amazing. It's so good to watch.
Yeah, that's the best part of it. Nobody cares about the actual game. Even like the All-Star game, nobody gives a fuck about the game.
Baseball,
Just do the
baseball only
home run
matters because of
derby.
the World Series.
Yeah,
That's all.
do the home run derby and then fucking who cares?
Like I'd rather watch like what is the Legends game or the Celebrity game or something for the baseball that they do every year or
Yeah.
something like that. Before. I'd rather watch that
Yeah.
than the actual All-Star game.
19-4.
Ass whooping. Is that
Isn't-
frat boy winning?
No, I think he's definitely getting his ass kicked.
No,
I
it's him
think
winning.
he's winning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's winning, yeah.
Yeah, because he's stopping the blue guy a lot. He gets that last one up on the board.
Dunk, dunk.
I wonder if they have like line judges.
Right.
Nope, they touch the ground.
The way they play
You know what's
those
funny though is it's
bats.
no swish.
No.
It's all slide.
Yeah.
Huh. I always try to just get it in the hole like swish.
I was gonna say it's kind of the way they slide those bags up the board, and like even they come from a little bit of a hook on some of them. It's almost like English on a pool cue or a pool ball. That should be illegal in any sport. I don't care what it is.
What's that?
You should not be able to play unless you're on a beach. You should not be able to play barefoot or in flip flops.
Why?
That's just not sanitary, man. There
You're
are
not
5 other
standing
teams
on a carpet.
There are 5 other teams who have to stand on that carpet. That is dirty. Nobody wants to stand where your dirty ass bare feet were.
He might have taken a shower. I mean, he might
Might
be a
have.
professional player. He looks clean. I do think it's funny that this guy is in like a t-shirt and work boots, and this guy is in a tank top and shorts in flip flops. He's got
he's
flip flop
there's
time.
just no
Dude, that
dress
guy's
code.
in construction boots right there.
There's just no
This-
dress code.
Oh, at
This
least
is a
he is in
backyard game
flip-flop.
right here, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it looks like on a professional. Look at all the games they got going.
Those are two dudes at a barbecue that are like, you want to play cornhole? I'm down to play cornhole. That turns into like the rematch of the rematch. Now it's the best out of 5. Those people hogging the boards all afternoon.
How crazy.
Look at all this. Look at how many fucking games are set up in the background.
I wonder how much it is to enter.
Oh, I bet you it's little money.
And if they,
probably
for
50, $60
something around here, yeah. But once you get to like the nationals, then you're
$500 to enter.
probably
I'd spend $500 to win $2,500.
I'd like to get good first. I mean, I can't consistently. I mean, they're banging points out
I'll practice
every
with
game.
you. I mean, I'm already pretty good, so.
Get the fuck out of here. I was pretty sure that you were a teammate of mine for a couple games where you were just
Where we did win
nothing.
a couple games.
Right,
I
and
did
then there
have
were
a
times
couple.
where you were just.
Well, even look at this. Even
I mean,
professionals
Christ,
go
a
through
13-year-old
slumps.
kicked your ass.
The hitters don't hit huge percentages all the time. They go through slumps. I have my slumps. Why are you gonna be so negative about it? I was trying to get you as a teammate.
If you can hang the whole
no.
time, you can't just win a couple games. You got to win when it matters.
I can win when it matters. I'm loyal, so that's what you need in a team.
You can be loyal all you want. If you can't get it in the freaking hole, then that don't mean shit.
It does.
You got to be the Kyrie
I can.
of cornhole. You got to be the Kyrie Irving of cornhole.
Yeah, how you feel about
You know
that
what?
trade?
I love
Love
that
it.
transition.
Do
That
you?
was beautiful
I
right
love
You
there.
sad for Isaiah?
Love it.
I'm a little
I'm
sad.
glad
for
they finally
Isaiah.
got it done, but
Yes.
did they really have to throw in this? What was it? A late second round?
Who cares?
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
they
who
gave,
gives a
they
shit?
threw another
But
pickup.
why did
That
they have
pick's
to
not
give
gonna
in
be-
more? They already gave way more than Kyrie was worth.
You know what? Because that just showed Cleveland's true colors as the GM. In 3 years, when the next team wants to give up the Anthony Davis or the Karl Anthony Towns or whatever, and there's 2 teams, Cleveland or Boston, that are calling, guess who's going to be dealing? It's going to be Danny Ainge.
Yeah.
Because Danny Ainge is a surefire, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to give up.
He's not sneaking those backdoor
Right.
like draft picks.
Oh, well, we didn't
Like
know
he did
his hip
before?
was that bad, and he wasn't. No, Danny wants to win the trade. Of course he does. Who doesn't? He's found people to fleece him, and yes, they say that the Garnett trade he fleeced them for. He gave up Al Jefferson.
He was
That's a
outright
pretty
about
good-
everything, though.
That's a pretty good player that they gave up. It's the same difference as the majority of the trades in the NBA. He gave up half his team for one player.
They say fleecing,
I don't care how good
but
that player is.
it's not unfair. It's not like he's pulling the wool over their eyes. He's very upfront with
No,
his
and
trades.
he's not,
Like,
and he's
this
not
is what I
holding up the
want.
trade because, I didn't know his hip was that bad. Are you fucking kidding me? Are
Right.
you fucking kidding me?
No,
He sat out the
everybody,
playoffs against your team
Yeah.
with the hip.
Right.
And you didn't know it was that bad? Come
Wasn't
on.
the GM? It's
Come
a different GM now, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the owner.
It
It was
is,
the
yeah.
owner that was...
Yeah.
Not throwing up excuses, but
No, but yeah, it was the rookie GM, first year GM or whatever, and it just showed how he's going to be dealing in the future, and I think that helped the Celtics. Give him a second round pick. Who cares? That pick's not going to be anything in 2020. It's not going to be anything in 2021. It's not going to be anything in 2022. We're looking at 2023 before this pick is legit doing anything. 6 years down the road, who cares? You got Kyrie for 10.
Like you said, with the nobody's
Is that
going
what
to
they
want
signed
to
him
deal
for?
with.
No, they
No.
will, but they'll resign
they're
him.
They'll
signing an
extend
extension,
him.
right? Yeah.
Because before he signs, Anthony Davis will be a Celtic.
Oh yeah.
Think so?
Yep.
But I 100%.
Because I'm sorry, as Danny Ainge, you can have anybody but Tatum or Brown, one of the two, Kyrie, Horford, and Hayward.
Correct.
Take anybody else on my roster. Take any other asset, draft picks, whatever. Take everything. I don't care. Give me those 5 players.
Right.
Give me Anthony Davis. That's all I want.
I think you're 100% right, though, that nobody's going to want to deal with Cleveland when this GM's going balls to the wall like this. Like, you seriously came back to the table and wanted Tatum, Brown, or the Laker pick. Did you really think that you were going to get any of that on top of what you were getting?
Didn't think
That's
that he
a
was going to get
non-starter.
any of that. He probably didn't expect
Then
to
why
get any
say
of
it?
that.
Because you know he's not going
Because
to
you
get
start
it.
here.
Because you're never gonna
But you
know if
start
you don't
here.
ask.
Yeah, but
man.
there's a thing called a non-starter in negotiations.
Oh, absolutely.
And he should have known right off the
Why
bat.
do you think Danny Ainge didn't respond?
Well, he should have known right off the bat that, because you know Ainge in the initial dealings was
laughed.
like, you are not getting this, or this.
absolutely.
This is all on the table, but not this.
You get Brooklyn pick or LA pick.
Right.
Those are one of the two that you can get. One of the two. You're not getting both.
Right.
And if you get one of the picks, you're not getting Tatum or Brown.
Excuse me.
Done.
Are you sad that Isaiah's gone?
I'm a little hurt that he's gone. I wouldn't be too surprised if he resigns with Boston when he
At
becomes
some
a free
point,
agent.
yeah.
Think so?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know.
Because the
they
way
kinda
that
did it
Cleveland
wrong.
manhandled him, they didn't though. They didn't.
It was a business decision, but yeah, I mean,
There was no sort of
to do
smear
it after-
campaign. There was no sort of anything. That was all on Cleveland.
No.
All on Cleveland's doctor. Oh, he's hurt. He's more hurt than we think he is. Why do you think Thomas came out halfway between this trade being approved or disapproved and came out and said, "Oh, I'm good.
No.
I'll be fine."
I'm pretty sure Wick came out and said we weren't backing up the Brinks truck. And it was that comment.
You knew they weren't.
It was that comment that probably signed the deal for him leaving. He probably would have been in that small group of players that wasn't going to go. And that breaker was, he wants his money. We're not going to pay it to him.
Can you blame him?
Now, that doesn't eliminate him from coming back. He was a fan favorite, but... I mean, he was a Boston type of player. I mean,
he wanted to be here.
He can be that sixth man.
He bought in.
He can be that sixth man coming off the bench for this team in 2 years.
Right.
When they're going to hoist a championship, or at least try against Golden State.
Right.
Because that's who you're concerned with at this point.
Seriously.
Cleveland's a joke. LeBron's gone. LeBron's gone after next year. He's gone.
Where do you think he's going?
He's going to Lakers.
There's no way. There's no way he's staying.
He's going to Lakers.
Which, you know, not technically, because that would be tampering. And
that would
LA
be
just
tampering.
Got fined for tampering with Paul George.
Right.
As opposed to every other NBA team that has always talked about how the players they want and so forth.
Let me rephrase that, because I don't want to speculate with any kind of tampering. I would like to say, with air quotes, because people can't see this, he's going to the West Coast.
Which baffles me.
Whatever. See you.
Oh, bye.
I don't want to see you.
Have fun. Have fun digging yourself out of the 8 teams that are going to make this playoffs, and you're going to need to claw your way through that conference, as opposed to Boston that's just going to go, oh, playoff time, first round, second round, finals. Hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
Now that we woke up, we can play.
I'm not even a basketball fan, and I would love to see less of LeBron.
I'm happy LeBron won in Cleveland.
Yes, for sure.
That's all.
I mean, good for him. I mean, I don't hate on him because he's an
just take
all-world.
pictures.
He's an all-world player. I mean, he really is. He is probably the best
Oh, yeah.
to ever play that sport. Mm-hmm. But he's a douche.
I'd still take Jordan. I really would.
Oh, I would too.
As far as being a team performer and an all-around leader,
he was a douche too.
He was a douche.
But what do you mean? It's
game
out
day,
there that he was a gigantic asshole to everybody he
I'm
met.
sure.
Yeah.
But game day, you knew.
Right.
And when the lights came on,
He wasn't quitting.
MJ was there. And you were getting MJ.
Right.
You know, LeBron, well, if the game's right and his shot's working, then he might show up, but not in the fourth quarter. Because with 2 minutes left, J.R. Smith, man, you're our sharpshooter.
That's because early in his career, it was he couldn't get past the big game. He couldn't be the guy in the big game. He was a quitter. He was a whiny baby, entitled quitter.
Always has been.
He's gotten a little bit better. I think he's been a little bit guttier the last few that he's been through, but I think that was because of his douchiness when he went to Miami. Like, I think he got a little bit of an eye-opening and grew up a little bit. I mean, he's still a douche, but...
the first 2 years that he was in Miami, after predicting 6, 7, 8 championships in Miami, then losing...
He knew he wasn't even going to be there for 6 years.
Awesome. Oh, of course not. Of course not. He had, an option after the 4th year?
I think
he knew he was gone.
I think what he meant was Miami was going to win 6 titles at some point in the future.
Yeah.
Maybe not with him or consecutively.
Like,
but
that whole decision,
That was
I'm
the
out.
stupidest
I'm out,
fucking
LeBron.
thing
and he's going to
ever.
do it
I'm out.
again. At least everybody's prepared.
He's not going to do it again.
I don't
He's not
think
going
he'll
to
do it
again
ever.
because
I
of
don't
the
think he'll
crap
ever
that he
do
got.
like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
He'll come out on like Instagram or what is it, Players Tribune or whatever it is, and he'll have this big speech. Thank you, Cleveland. Thank you, so forth. I love you guys. I brought you a championship. We appreciate it, so forth. I'm going here.
Sometime I hope to retire as a Cleveland.
Which he will.
Yeah, I know, right?
Being from Cleveland, he's going to retire a Cav. Good riddance.
Yeah.
Go West. Go West, young man. Go West.
You need a break, sir? You need some air? That's what it is. We can pause that. We'll take a break, wrap it up, try a new beer.
All right, so you wanted to talk about fantasy. Not that kind of fantasy. Put your pants back on.
I don't think I can get him down fast enough.
Back to Corn Hub.
Corn. That's just pretty crazy. How do you get to, like, I can't help you with the kids right now. I gotta go practice. I got a big tournament coming up. Like, how does that shit fly?
Right.
Like, I have a hard time doing other stuff that I like to do.
Right.
So, how is that gonna fly? Like, I know you got a lot of shit you gotta do with the kids today. Sorry.
I gotta practice shooting.
Well, like it's got to be a tough life. You know, you probably wake up at like 1 in the afternoon.
Fuck.
You know, stretch and I'm gonna hang around. Let's see what's on the TV here. I gotta shoot in about an hour.
Oh, these dudes have real jobs. They really do, and then that's how they get out of the responsibility.
$2,500 though. But what if you could probably travel, say $500, maybe a tournament, right? That's how long or how much it would cost you from A to B, depending on how far spaced out the tournaments are. But if you're in Cali, I mean, you could probably bang out a coast real quick on regionals.
I mean, a dart league
$2,500 for that. If he's playing like a couple games a week, $2,500, or if that was a big tournament, I'm sure.
That was a big tournament. Yeah. That was like I think that was the first one any sports broadcasting, like actual sports, I'm sure
Official.
Public TV has done a few of them across the country. But why are these not around here? And why am I not in one with someone?
Because
I'm sure you'll be able to find it.
Nobody started around here. Yeah,
you know, Boston, New York. That's the closest you're going to get around here. Manchester's never going to do it.
Well, we just got to start it. That's what it is. Somebody's got to. No, well, that's why you just started around here.
How do we get a league going? OC discussions and shenanigan backyard game league. There we go. Let's start a game league, a backyard shenanigan game.
Basketball.
Back to the basketball.
Yeah.
That was first full circle right there. We could almost just drop the mic on this.
Mom's is going out with squeaks. You know your team off the top of your head?
Well, I have it right here. So yeah, I got Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper is my first wide receiver. So
who you got for Q?
Phillip Rivers. I wanted Cam Newton, and he was taking 2 picks before I picked Rivers. But it was like 7th, 8th round that I picked the quarterback.
You played 16 man. Mm-hmm. What number of pick did you get?
12th. So it works out for my second pick because it's bang bang. You know, but yeah, it took a little bit, and I'm just watching players go off. I'm like, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
Going at the end kind of sucks just for that reason, like because you see all the people. I got we played 12 man, and I was number 11. I mean, I guess no matter what spot you get, but when you're down at the bottom watching everybody just count off like bang, fuck, no, all right, no, fuck, all right, can I go? Thanks.
Do you cross them off like before the draft even started? Like before round 1 goes? I mean, if you're pick 11, you're like, I know he's gone. I know he's gone. I know he's gone. Yeah, I don't even know why I put them number 1 on my.
But you don't know what your pick's gonna be until then. So I mean,
you guys don't base it off previous.
No, because
the previous year.
No, because you know how many times that it's been to complete people from the previous year. Right. Like it's never even the people last year when I played. I have 5 different people. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck you are. Who are you? You're new. Also new. Like it was a completely different crew. There were some. I mean, the normal people were there, and there was one other guy that was last year. But other than that, it was all different people.
Right.
So, but yeah, 11 out of 12.
Yeah, that sucks.
He's consistent, though, because I bet you his finishing place is right around where he started at 11.
I'm trying to remember what I did last year.
You lost Edelman, dude. Your season's over. Just go hit them
I
waiver
got
wires.
I got enough. That just sucked because you know he was going to get the fucking ball. It's the first time they're doing a PPR league. Oh. So it's like...
He's huge in PPR.
Oh, yeah.
Huge in PPR.
Now I'm doubling down on my prediction.
No, because I think I play smart. I have a Jai, too. So you got Phillip Rivers.
Yeah. He's consistent. I mean, every year you know what you're going to get
Stafford.
out of him. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So who do you have?
I got Rodgers. But that's because I fucking picked him first. Because if I don't get a good quarterback off the bat, then I ain't getting shit.
See, I was thinking about drafting Brady, but he got taken. And I was like, all right, I don't have to have him because I think he's going to put up a monster season. But I can get a decent quarterback in the later round. So I'll wait until 7th, 8th round. And I'm like, I'll take Cam Newton because of the rushing yard. Or Mariota because of the rushing yard. That's what I was thinking about. And then all of a sudden, bing, bang, they go. And I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Are quarterback rushing yards in your league, well, yours too, are they the same as rushing yards for a back?
Yeah.
Or do they double the points?
No, it's the same.
No, but he did. This year is going to be the most points ever. Like, he, all these different things that
activated
we've never done points for. He's like, oh, yep, I flicked that switch. This is a go. Now it's PPR. Now it's this. So it's like,
you know what happened?
Whoa, dude, so you wait until fucking draft day to tell everybody that shit? You don't put that
we go
out
down
at
to
the beginning.
Of a point.
Yeah,
he fell asleep setting it up and happened to click all. Just got that checkbox on click all. Now
There's so
you guys
many
are playing.
things here. Just click it. Yeah, somehow.
How are we playing a points total and one-on-one weekly? How is this a PPR? But yet
it's gonna be interesting. But I felt if I didn't get a quarterback like a top 5 right off the bat, then I ain't gonna get it.
Yeah,
in the top 5.
You know, it all kind of depends on who's available at the time.
What is the top 5 nowadays?
Pick? Well, you know Rodgers is gonna fucking slang that thing. So you know Brady's gonna throw that.
Brady, Rodgers, and Manning are probably not. Yeah,
Manning.
Manning's not in there.
No way.
In the top 5?
Why, because
as
of Odell?
a thrower?
Well, no.
Or
Well,
wait,
yeah,
wait,
just
hold
as a
on,
passer.
hold on,
Well,
hold
yeah,
on.
as a
Are you talking
quarterback.
about in the league now?
I'm just talking at fantasy.
For right now?
Yeah, I'm just talking fantasy
You'll
wise.
take
Like,
Eli Manning as your top 5?
no, I
quarterback?
wouldn't. I'm just asking. Brady and Rodgers would be my top 2.
Yeah.
I'd take probably Rivers or
Top 5?
Yeah, I'm talking purely fantasy. I'm not talking.
Wouldn't even
with
taking it for
fantasy,
a
you gotta
5.
take in the rushing yards as well, and the rushing.
Well, see, that
touchdowns. Like,
brings-
Cam Newton's huge. In
See, I
touchdowns.
wouldn't do. I would have done Mariota.
Mariota's the
Who
same
else?
thing. You know, he
who
can
else
get
is
the rushing touchdowns.
moving around?
It's different.
Dak Prescott. I would have taken Dak.
I think it's
There's
going to be a down for. It's going to be a down.
There's
for
2
Dak.
rushing. There's 2 pocket passers, and then there's 1 guy in the middle right there. There's your top 5 for me. So I was just curious who the top 5 going in the leagues now are, because last time I played they weren't the same.
I mean,
Like,
you got Roethlisberger going up there as the top 5.
top 5 really.
Well, because he has Bell and Brown, and he has Martavius Bryant, and all these wide receivers that he's just going to chuck the ball to, and
Yeah,
they're
now
gonna
that
put up
Bryant's
40.
Yeah, if they don't
not
get suspended or injured.
Well, right, but he's just going to chuck the ball down the field. He's going to throw for 500 yards. 2 games a year?
Yeah.
That's what he's been doing the past 7 years. Every 2 games a season, he throws for 500 yards, and they win, and then turns around the next week and throws for 150.
I was just curious because
Can't,
3
it
years
hasn't,
ago when I
it
played,
hasn't started yet. You can't really. You can get who you think's
yeah,
going
but
to
you
be
can
top
base
5.
off of last year.
Yeah, so Drew Brees is going to be a top 5 because he chucks it up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a running game, so he has to throw it. I mean, they got Ingram,
Well,
but it is still.
they got AP.
Oh yeah, I know. I picked him up this
Is
year.
that where he ended up going?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm skeptical on that one. I don't know if that's going to fit. I just don't know, because he's not a receiving back, and they pass all the time because they have to most of the time.
Yeah.
Their
Because-
defense is horrible.
They've had that third down out of the back, out of the backfield kind of passing game, almost as long as the
What
Patriots
is it?
have been
Pierre
doing.
Thomas?
Yeah, like all the way back.
That was Kevin
Ricky
Falk
Williams
for the New
even.
Orleans Saints.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know?
yeah. They've been doing that same
Yeah.
kind of thing. I mean, they've been definitely more of a downfield team the last 10 years than the Patriots are, but their model is fairly the same.
Because I think Breeze gets more flexibility with his offense than Brady does.
Yeah, I'd agree with
I think
that.
Brady can change plays, but the actual game plan is the game plan.
Right.
Like, they go into the week saying, all right, we're going to run the ball because we can run it down the Indianapolis Colts' throat. We're going to gain 500 yards on the ground. You're going to throw 20 times.
Right.
Only when you really need to. Or some weeks, Belichick goes to Brady and says, you're going to throw 50 times, but it's all going to be short slant passes. Audible the line, do what you need to do, but this is our game plan. I think in New Orleans, Sean Payton looks at Drew Brees and says, here you go. Here's the football. Have fun.
Who'd you
Do
grab
what
as
need
your
to do."
running back 1?
I got Jay Ajayi.
Same as you?
Yeah.
What about your second?
We only do one running back.
Ooh, interesting.
You didn't draft a second running back, period?
I do. I have Murray from Minnesota, Latavius Murray.
I got Lamar
Just 'cause
Miller.
I got a Jai.
Right.
You know, I'm going to run with my starters. I really don't care.
You gotta have a
He's
middle of
just
the
for bye
road
week.
second, but
It's just a bye week. That's all.
Joe, who'd you end up with for a tight end?
Dwayne Allen.
Solid pick.
You think he's going to put up numbers though?
Is it
Yeah,
the
because
guy?
Gronk's gonna get covered a lot, especially with Edelman out. Your double coverage is definitely going on Gronk all the fucking time
Which is going to leave Cooks and Allen
and open and whoever
wide open.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but I picked up Greg Olson.
there you go.
I got
He's
him.
still playing.
Solid, consistent fucking
Oh, yeah.
tight end. You have 3 wide receivers.
We do 2 wide receivers, but we have a flex. I got Murray Cooper and Emmanuel Sanders, and then my flex is Randall Cobb.
There you go. I got Cobb.
In a PPR league, I think Cobb will gobble him up. Sanders will gobble him up.
He gets a lot of those
Like, my only
mid-level
question
passes.
with Sanders is the quarterback, but you need a quarterback, and he's got to throw to somebody. And Demaryius Thomas is such a bitch. He's such a bitch.
Gives up on plays.
Oh, all the time.
It's not where I wanted it.
No, I'm covered too much. I'm never going to get the ball.
You do defensive players, huh? Mm-hmm. That's neat.
Yeah.
We don't. It's just straight team defense.
I've never actually played with defensive
players.
drafting.
It's interesting.
Even your whole format.
It's all
Like,
in,
so
though.
we have a quarterback, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, tight end, flex, your defense, kicker. Do you have a kicker?
Yeah,
'Cause-
yeah. I got Vinatieri.
There you go. Consistent, fucking in a hole.
I always look for Gostowski because extra points,
Right.
and then once Gostowski gets taken, it's like, all right, well, who's going to be the next offense to score a bunch of points? Because I'll take the extra points all day long.
Defense. Who got stuck with the shit defense?
I got Seattle.
One of you two. No, you did not.
I got Seattle.
Who'd you beat up to get that?
Well, it helps when Houston and Denver are going to be taken taken first.
Yeah, right. But
I'll get rid of Denver all day long. All day long.
no thanks on the Denver defense.
No, I don't want them.
What about you?
I got Pitt. I picked defense. Well, I think defense was the last.
What
pick
division
that
are
I
they in?
did.
They're going up against Cleveland twice a year. That's almost guaranteed 2 shutouts.
Yeah.
You know, especially with their
that's
team.
harsh, man. You were getting on me about bagging on Cleveland. He basically just gave him a goose egg in the.
Only on 2 games though. You just.
Yeah, let me throw up another.
Well, I'm not saying
Somebody
they're going to
else-
go 14-2, and in those 2 games they're going to get shut out. They are going to be lucky to beat out the Jets for the number
Listen,
1 pick.
they're gonna win 3 games this year. They're moving on up.
I just feel bad with Cleveland, man. Sorry, I feel bad for Cleveland.
I can't feel bad for Cleveland
feel
anymore
bad-
because their baseball team is really good and they just won.
Well, I felt bad for
basketball.
the city itself until they won the basketball championship. Now I really just don't care. But their football team, I don't feel bad for you at all.
Yeah, they're definitely
They
paying
had,
some
like,
serious
Horrible
karma off.
organization that has no balls to get rid of the people that you need to.
They had 5 quarterbacks go down in
Because you can't draft
4
the
games.
right one. You draft Johnny Manziel when the mobile
Who
quarterback
can't even
is
get a
getting
job
out
in
of
the
this
CFL,
league.
might I add.
Oh, I love it.
He got
had
denied by a team.
He got red flagged. Too many red flags on Johnny Manziel.
Because he wasn't mentally and physically. I'd say about an 8 ball every other day of cocaine will probably do that to you. That's speculation, though. I'm just assuming.
Yeah,
He
but
did
imagine
spend
the
like a week
comeback
at
story
Coachella.
if he came back and actually
he'll
did
never-
well.
he'll never play in the
No, I know
NFL
he'll never play.
Never.
Like Ray Rice.
Tim Tebow has a better
you know-
chance of getting an NFL quarterbacking position than Johnny Manziel.
Don't
tell me no, because-
I am still amazed that man is not a quarterback in the NFL.
Tim Tebow?
Yeah, absolutely.
I know,
I'm
right?
sorry. He might not be the greatest pocket passer, but you cannot tell me that man is not a winner.
He has God on his side.
On the football field or off the football field, that man is a winner.
That was divine intervention that dude made it.
Who'd you get for defense, you said?
Seattle.
That's a good grab.
And then my defensive players, I got Cam Chancellor,
Nice.
Jerry Hughes on Baltimore, and Von Miller as my linebacker.
So how do you do your points for your players on defense? Per
I
tackle,
think it's
per
tackle,
interception?
yeah.
So now does that
interception,
also
fumble.
count if you have a player like Chancellor's on Seattle? So if he intercepts the fucking ball, you get 2 points, 1 for him, 1 for your team?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, so it helps out both players, unless it's like J.J. Watt. You're not really getting much.
Yeah, I was gonna say they
You know,
score
it's like
your
5, maybe
backfield and
7, 8
stuff.
points, something like that. But, you know, you might have that sporadic game where he puts up 20. You know, he gets a couple forced fumbles, fumble recovery, maybe a touchdown.
You want to do me a favor? There's 4 green cans in the fridge. Can you grab those for me so we can wrap this up? I assume you go over like windows and stuff and shit. Make sure it's
Not necessarily. It's mostly just the actual heating system itself.
Making
And
sure
just-
that shit's running right.
Yeah,
So you do just gas?
yeah.
Damn it. Yeah, oil.
What predominantly New Hampshire has.
He likes it because then he can go, can't help you.
Yeah.
Sorry, brah.
You didn't listen, and he obviously didn't tell you. At the end of every episode, we try
mentioned it.
We try a new beer, a new craft beer. Not like we drink basically Budweiser or coffee or whatever during Able if we have it. If not, it's just bring a new beer. Try to focus on New England craft, but sometimes there's something outside that looks tasty. I like. You know what was good about the other bottle though? I like this Lagunitas IPA. But I like the other bottle better because I like the pinup chick. This
I
one's
like
kind of.
the
I mean,
pinup
I like.
chick. That's a
I mean, I like the
smoother
dog in
IPA
the
though.
corner. Actually, I gotta read this one because it might say something different. So yeah, this is different too.
That one was, I like that one a little bit better.
The taste of this one, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
the label
I
was
agree.
way better on the something.
Right.
The something ale.
Yes, I
But
agree.
that one,
Lagunitas.
that was a delicious beer.
Thanks for choosing to spend the next few minutes with a special homicidally hoppy ale. Savor the moment as the raging hop character engages the imperial qualities of the malt foundation in Mortal Kombat on the battlefield of your palate. The other one was funnier. Except for the homicidally hoppy ale. I do like that. I wonder how many people actually take the time to read that thing.
I didn't even notice it until you pointed it out. Now I'm checking them out. I gotta check the other bottles, but
Other bottles of what?
I have 2 more still in the fridge. So.
Different ones?
I don't know if they're different. That's why I want to check the bottles.
No, I
because
mean,
the one I read earlier
it's
was
the same
the same
IPA?
as, right.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Oh, they're all
I'm
gonna
guessing.
be the same.
Well, the something ale was all the same. So go on. You want to say what it is? You can read.
You brought it. Go ahead.
It's the Newburyport Greenhead IPA. It was found at my convenience store. I didn't think they were gonna have the one behind Burger King on Continental.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Z1.
Do they have a good selection over there?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was very surprised. I went to grab a 30 just to fill up, and then I'm like, huh, they actually have like different beers here. Let me take a look. Like they had a lot of local craft stuff there actually. Not like the big boys like 603. Well, I mean, I don't know if these are big boys. 7.2.
Pretty good. Smooth.
You're smooth.
I am smooth.
Baby butter smooth.
It's got a nice back end taste to it.
You drink a lot of beers?
No.
No? Mixed drinks?
Pretty much, yeah.
He's a one kind of mixed drink.
Captain and Coke?
I mean, I'll try.
No, Captain and
More.
Pepsi, right?
Yeah,
more
that's
Pepsi.
a difference.
That's
There's not a
huge.
That's
difference.
a huge
Well,
difference.
Yes, there is a difference, but I'll drink either one.
If you're drinking
Right.
rum, why not just drink either one, right?
Exactly.
Right, but you prefer Pepsi.
Pepsi, yes.
Yeah.
But just overall, I'm more of a Pepsi person, anyways.
But with Captain?
Either or.
Either or what?
I'm more of a Pepsi person than Coke.
No, I know that. But with Captain, or what is your alcohol of choice?
Captain.
Captain and Pepsi.
I actually have a friend that drinks Captain and ginger.
I've heard that's really good.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
I haven't necessarily tried. I've had a sip or two, but I've never really actually gotten into drinking it regularly to actually get that taste and figure out how it actually is like the next day and so forth. But
You ever had a Moscow Mule?
no.
Those are fucking delicious. Like, really good. It's like a ginger beer, I think a rum, and like some, I think mint or something. There's like some lemon. Like, it's fucking good. It's got a nice, like, spicy taste to it. Like, it's really good, though.
We were told that you just got to find your kind of beer. Once you discover your kind of beer.
But you have to want it, too. You can't
Yeah.
just, I imagine it's like trying anything. Like, you have to want to try it. You can't be forced into it. It's got to be organic.
I've
Right,
always
but that's
thought
like with
that,
you.
there's got to be a beer out there that I'll drink, but it's like, how many beers do I have to drink before I get?
Well, see, that's the
lot.
thing.
You
That's
know,
the
and
thing.
it's like, how many am I going to be like? Oh no, I just can't do this anymore. This is so
Not-
gross.
not-
Well, that's
a
the
lot
thing. You
of-
find a beer that you enjoy drinking, not how many is it going to take.
Well,
Like,
he's got he's saying how many different ones does he have to take before he finds that one?
different kinds. I mean, you
I would
just gotta-
imagine, right? That's what you meant. Not how many, like,
No. Just I mean,
of the
like,
same kind.
right,
It's how many
I-
different
right,
kinds
Right,
do you
like
have
a
to try
Bud or
before
a
you find
Coors or
it?
a Miller.
No,
or,
no.
No,
You
see,
know what I'm
that's
saying?
where you don't start. You
Don't start mainstream. You got to find the local stuff.
I tell everybody, find your favorite time of year. Like, if you're not a beer drinker, what's your favorite time of year? Do you like the springtime? Try beers in the spring. If you enjoy the summer, try summer beers. A lot of people end up
gross.
finding, they're gross, but a lot of people find that they like shandies, which are, I'm pretty sure, technically beer, or like winter beers. Like, I like winter beers; they're heavier. I'm not a big stout person, but just if
Or porter.
or when you like to drink them, like if you're at a barbecue and you don't mind having a drink or two, then like something summery. But you could find stuff that you'll like that's not too, if you don't want something too heavy, you don't want something too alcohol-y, maybe
there's got to be something out there.
There
With
is.
the
Sure,
amount
there
of beers
is.
that there are out there. There's got to be something.
but that,
You like coffee?
Oh yeah,
So you might like.
but I'm not much into the coffee liqueur.
What? No.
Like I like
No,
coffee.
no, no,
I like just coffee.
you like. How do you take your coffee?
Cream and sugar.
Like a lot of cream and sugar, or just like
Not a lot, just enough to make it change color, and
you ice coffee or hot coffee?
depends on the season.
Summer.
Iced coffee.
Do you do cold brews, nitro brews?
I've got this Ninja ice coffee maker thing at the house that I just brew iced coffee and I make it in the morning.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cold brews are good. They're like some of these gourmet coffees, they're a little more expensive, but they're good.
You like a strong coffee flavor?
Medium. I like the coffee taste, but as far as my first cup of the day, I don't want it that strong.
I bet you'd like that coffee porter.
Yeah, that's more of the line.
Kilgore,
I think
Kilgore.
like coffee porter. You're not gonna drink 20 of them, but if you're just sitting for one or two, it's a nice, rich, smooth, coffee-esque flavored beer. That's what got me started on beers. On different beers, it was a coffee porter I had at the bar across the street from the gym that I went to, and that was like shit, man. That was a good fucking beer. What does the other one taste like? And then it was like going from there, basically, and then actually trying different beers with him. My neighbor down the street, he's been giving me like all these different double IPAs, a lot of IPAs. A friend of mine that I met, he likes like a lot of the Henniker stuff, which is a lot of their like hoppy stuff, which I mean it was good. So it's like just trying those different ones. I mean some I've gone back to where it's like I know I like that one, so if you got it I'll drink it. That one I drank, but I'm not gonna go find it.
He's into a little bit more different kinds of stuff. The stuff that I'm not really big on, he likes.
Because you like pussy drinks.
I do not like
You
that.
like shanties and pussy drinks.
You can
Wine
go
coolers.
fuck. You can go fuck yourself. Zima is some shit right there.
That is malt liquor and
Nah,
not
I'm-
considered a beer.
Yeah, it's true.
Right.
I might as well drink like some Mad Dog 2020 or whatever.
Some Steel Can Reserve.
Steel Reserves.
That stuff
Some
actually
Big
was
Natty
pretty
Daddies.
tasty.
Dude, that shit tastes like malt liquor. Exactly what it is.
It's very, very sugary.
I'm big on IPAs and double IPAs right now.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
taste, like not they. Unfortunately, they're really high in alcohol content.
Most of the time.
all of them.
Yeah.
So it's like one or two you can enjoy. That's fine, but they're
But that's
filling
what that's
too.
what but that's what the bud's for like when you know
In-betweens.
when you know you're gonna have more than 3
Yeah.
fucking Budweiser all day. You're just having like one after work. You want that heavier taste. That Pilsner though, after doing so many darker beers, IPAs,
jeez.
we had a Pilsner last week.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, because last
No,
week was the Laguintas.
Yeah,
the
no, that
Summit.
was 2 weeks ago. Last week was the Pilsner.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, having like a Pilsner is like a lighter beer, like lower alcohol. I think it was like a 5.5. It's like drinking a Budweiser.
right
so yeah, 5.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that good. That's why it's still there. Because it, like after drinking like such heavier beers, to going back to like a soft beer when you don't expect it, you're like, the fuck was that? Like this is just it's like crisp and small flavor. Where's the flavor here?
One sip, you're like a third of through the beer. You're like, whoa, there's the taste. Yeah, no, we've definitely been doing
Or
it
just
up.
drink hard liquor.
No, thanks.
Do what you do for you. That's because you can't handle it.
I can't handle it. No, that is for sure.
That's because you got to drink it more though. That's the thing. That's how you handle it.
No.
There was a time I was putting away like fifths of vodka and moonshine like it was nothing. It was very bad. I got very fat, but it was very tasty.
Gotta have that blueberry moonshine.
Strawberry moonshine lemonade is fucking banging during
Oh,
the summer.
man. I'll stay away
I
from
don't-
these moonshines.
After a while, man, it's just
Okay, now moonshining. Do you drink moonshine at all? This is like they sell this shit in the liquor stores now.
yeah,
It's not even moonshine
it's
anymore.
It is still moonshine.
I mean, I know it's
proof. It's
moonshine. I
100
know-
proof, man. I don't buy that 60 proof. I buy that
Right.
100 proof.
Moonshine is like distilled in someone's shed that nobody knows about. Like
Yeah, when
that's
it's not
fucking moonshine.
sanitary. It is,
Like,
but when it's not
just
sanitary,
calling it moonshine, right?
no,
but
these are moonshine.
when
still
an old
moonshine,
dude
bro.
at the general store
the
hands
type
you
of
a jar
alcohol.
and say, "Here, take a sip of this, boy."
You should try
You
this.
open it up and it tastes like smells
Like
and tastes
rubbing
like rubbing
alcohol?
alcohol,
Yeah.
but gets you drunk as fuck over one sweat.
Do not make sure you do not operate heavy machinery
Yeah.
after you drink this.
Yeah,
stuff is
that's
good as fuck.
moonshine.
That and coconut vodka.
But they like
Especially
they're selling shit in
Ciroc.
the store. Like it's regulated. Nobody's regulating them like deep Appalachian mountain
Dude, 100
hillbillies. Like,
proof is 100 proof. I don't give a fuck who you are. Yeah, it's not 150 proof, but 100 proof still fucking get you twisted.
moonshine is that shit when you buy a jar of it, the guy goes, "Look, stay away from bonfires and campfires when drinking this." Like that's
That's
moonshine.
I don't get how people eat the fruit out of it.
Oh jeez.
It's
like worm.
I just.
It's like worms out of
Kid.
tequila. Fuck
Well,
that shit.
I would eat the worm. I would do that shit. I wish I knew more about tequila. That's one thing. That's one alcohol I wish I like could understand.
It's disgusting. I
It's
understand
not
that.
disgusting.
So you just gotta,
Gross.
I mean,
That
yeah,
and
if
scotch.
you pay for good tequila, it actually tastes pretty good. But yeah, if you get the cheapest tequila that you can have, you're gonna notice it.
I will
Yes.
say I was turned away from tequila completely for the rest of my life because of Jose Cuervo Gold. I know it's cheap, but I was young and I can never go back. Just the smell of it makes me ill. But
It's understandable.
I wish-
I get it. We all have that thing.
Oh, for sure, tequila is that thing.
I can't touch Bacardi Limon.
I used to drink 151 all the time.
Me too. That's some all bad times.
Oh,
It
man.
wasn't a bad time. That was some fist fights, and I ain't feeling shit.
that,
Oh, that was some nasty mornings.
that was your toughen up times back then. The 151. When you go to a bar and they're like, "Sir, we're not supposed to serve that to you." I know you have that in the cabinet down there. Come on, you make scorpion bowls here.
Right.
Pour me a shot.
Dude, I remember drinking 2 750 milliliters. Finished one, just doing shots, right? No chasers, no nothing. I don't know what got into us. We woke up that morning, we're like, fuck it, let's go. Bang, dude, drank that whole bottle like, not feeling it yet. Let's get another one. Went to the store, grabbed another one, went back home, finished that one.
Do not do this at home,
and
children.
fought. Like, One sat here, one friend sat here, the other friend sat there, and we just punch for punch, bam, bam, bam. You had to feel bad for the kid in the middle because he was getting it from two sides, and then he'd lean back and catch one in the mouth every now and again. It's like, dude, I'm sorry, you shouldn't have sat back. My bad.
Thought you were sleeping.
Sit up. But I had a bruise that was basically the size of my tattoo, like on my whole arm. Like I was busted up, called in the next day, like, yeah, can't move my arm, I'm not coming to work. That was finally go in, like, what happened to you? I fell down the stairs, this baseball hit me or something. It was a doorknob. It was a doorknob. Every other excuse when there's domestic violence. Like it's just, but yeah, I don't.
I remember that.
But since then, I don't think I ever had it again. I'm just afraid. And that was
once you've gone to the dark side, you don't want to go back.
No. I stuck my toe in. I'm done. I came home that day from a long day at work, and it was not fun.
No, it was a demon unleashed. All of us. I was fighting with you. I was fighting with.
I got jumped.
The other
in my
one.
own house.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing working? Why are you working? Why weren't you here?
Oh, it was so bad. That was a lot of fun. That was a memorable experience. I'm glad I can remember it for being, I don't know what the fuck got into us. Like, yeah, this is a good idea. Right. What are you going to do tomorrow? I'm going to go drink 2 bottles of 151 and just hit each other and hang out. What are you going to do?
Play Mario Kart.
Oh, you're going to go do that? All right, yeah, that sounds cool. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened.
This is how we learn and grow. We now know that this is a bad idea. Mm-hmm. I wish I understood the whiskey and bourbon drinking process. Scotch as well.
Yeah, Scotch.
Like,
and
I wish I understood that because that just looks so cool when they taste that shit.
I feel like you have to be a certain age before you can fuck with Scotch.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Right.
You got to be. I think you got to be within 10 years of collecting
but I think
Social
it's
Security.
It's
it's definitely like that generation of like,
older,
I drink Scotch on the rocks. What you got? Beer? Fucking pussy.
Mm-hmm. Watching Jeopardy, sipping a triple of Scotch. 3 fingers, 2 ice cubes.
You gotta have that glass like jar with the rubber stopper on the glass on the end. It's all crystal.
It's always sitting on the.
Right, you get that stand that's just for your Scotch, like
right next to your recliner.
Fucking kids. But that's what it seems like it is. Mm-hmm. Like that's what I picture when I see Scotch.
Yeah, you for sure to drink Scotch, you have to be within 10 years of collecting Social Security. Mm-hmm. Like you gotta
that's
have
when you can afford the good shit.
Right.
Fucking kids are finally done paid college. They're on their fucking own,
or at least paying for it themselves.
Yeah, hopefully.
Right. You've now worked through all the watered down alcohol that your kids have put it back into your liquor cabinet.
It's tough to wrap this one up. This was good. This was fun.
Good. Yeah,
this was
definitely.
good. I had a lot of fun.
It. Yeah, we should do it again.
Fuck yeah, dude! That was a good time. Well, maybe we'll take one of the Pats by week 9.
Yeah, week 9.
Right?
Do some predictions.
Let me do some math, and then I'll let you know the date. We'll do it the week of the bye.
All right, sounds good.
Sounds good. We done?
Fun. Yeah, I think so. That was fun.
Good night.
And there you have it. That's it for this week. Like I said, offcolordiscussions.blueberry.net. Subscribe, review, comment, do whatever you got to do. Follow us at OC Discussions on Twitter for your chance to win a $25 Visa gift card. And now, here's the monologue.
Is it right after the chorus drop? Yeah, this the monologue, but I wasn't all alone. A lot of people had a childhood like my own. Broken home, parents gone, lost up in these headphones. I was always in my zone, yeah, just trying to write these poems. Yeah, this the monologue, but I wasn't all alone. A lot of people had a childhood like my own. Broken home, parents gone, lost up in these headphones. I was always in my zone, yeah, just trying to write these poems. For my whole life, I refuse to tell the truth, so now I'm gonna tell it in the booth. Things I never told a soul, but now I'm telling you. Yeah, now I'm telling you. I was lying to myself, but it wasn't by design. Crying out for help, but it all was in my mind. I just don't got nothing left for me. I'm so sick of always following these fucking recipes. Yeah, I don't wanna be a person that I don't respect. Cause even with a broken neck, I can hold my head up. And even when I'm falling, yeah, I can always get up. Yeah, I've been searching for eternal light in in the distance, out of sight. Walking through the darkness in the night, trying not to cause a fight. I just gotta spark a plug to get me right. Yeah, this the monologue, but I wasn't all alone. A lot of people had a childhood like my own. Broken home, parents gone, lost up in these headphones. I was always in my zone, yeah, just trying to write these poems. Yeah, this the monologue, but I wasn't all alone. A lot of people had a childhood like my own. Broken home, parents gone, lost up in these headphones. I was always in my zone, yeah, just trying to write these poems. I can't be thought of as a product of the way that I was brought up or the things that I was taught, cause you should judge me for my conduct. Yeah, you should judge me for my conduct. I just try to live my life every single night the way I think is right. Taking what I write and say it on the mic. Open up my mind and let it out despite all the people in my life that were never even on my side though. We never got along, but I tried though. Cause my mama's home never felt like my home, and my father never had a home that long. So I try to forgive him for all his past wrongs. I know he tries hard just to act strong, giving up his soul till it's half gone. All that I can really do is back off, man. I'm just searching for my way, but the map's off. Yeah, this the monologue, but I wasn't all alone. A lot of people had a childhood like my own. Broken home, parents gone, lost up in these headphones. I was always in my zone, yeah, just trying to write these poems. Yeah, this the monologue, but I wasn't all alone. A lot of people had a childhood like my own. Broken home, parents gone, lost up in these headphones. I was always in my zone, yeah, just trying to write these poems. Yeah, this the monologue, but I wasn't all alone. A lot of people had a childhood like my own. Broken home, parents gone, lost up in these headphones. I was always in my zone, yeah, just trying to write these poems. Yeah, this the monologue, but I wasn't all alone. A lot of people had a childhood like my own. Broken home, parents gone, lost up in these headphones. I was always in my zone, yeah, just trying to write these poems.